Here we are at the UCI World Cycling Centre in Aigle, Switzerland, and today we're going to find out if this is the world's most expensive BMX. I'm Paul Aston. You might know me as a mountain bike tester. I spent years working for Pink Bike and a few other publications, testing mountain bikes and building some interesting mountain bikes. Always trying to push the limits, always trying to test out new things. And this is my custom S+M Holmes BMX. And in this video we're going to talk about how I ordered it, the choices I made for the spec and the parts, all the problems I had along the way, which were numerous problems and heartache and expense. I got there in the end. It took 4 years, but here it is. Beautiful little machine. So, quick overview of the bike. It's a custom S+M Holmes frame. We've got profile cranks, Verd Regent bar, the Sweet Leaf S+M Enduro stem, DXR V-brake, 22-inch wheels from Faction, custom tie chainring, pedaling innovations, Catalyst Evo. It's got the lot. It's a beauty, absolute beauty of a bike. So let's get into the frame. 23-inch top tube, 22-inch wheels, V-brake, which is pretty rare. I'm used to mountain bikes with good disc brakes, so yeah, went for the DXR V-brake, more stopping power. Obviously, being a mountain biker, I want a bit slacker on the head angle, so it's 73.5 degree head angle, 15-inch chainstay, and yet extra long, the longest option, 23-inch top tube. So it's probably one of the biggest BMXs in the world, as well as one of the most expensive. And the price is something we need to address to start with. It's probably the most expensive steel BMX in the world. If you bought a tie frame, if you bought a layered frame, you could easily spend over £2 alone just on the frame. So yeah, steel frame. I wanted to go for a Holmes frame because my first ever BMX was a Holmes in chrome, which I bought off a friend for £20, 20 quid. Back then, all the local BMX boys would pretend their bikes had been stolen, tell the parents, and then get a new bike on the house insurance. So I bought a stolen bike for 20 quid. So I wanted to build another Holmes to pay homage to my first BMX. So a 23-inch top tube sounds ridiculous for a BMX, but I'm over 6 foot and my arms are 6'5". So I've been riding 22-inch bikes 22-inch top tube bikes for over 15 years now. Since I got my first McNeil Deuce, which I had to order, pay for by check. This is how long ago it was. The 22-inch top tube bike was absolutely amazing. Completely transformed BMX riding for me. So why is the date the 16th of August 2016 important because it was shortly after I met one of my heroes, Kai Forte, on a bike trip, and he talked about riding 22-inch front wheel on one of his bikes. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to build a 22-inch wheel BMX. It should be a better medium ground between mountain bike and BMX. So I ordered the bike and shortly afterwards all the big brands, United, Fit, FBM, all launched their bikes. So if I waited a few months I could have just bought an off-the-shelf complete bike, which would have made my life a lot easier, but no, I'd ordered the frame, well the frame, forks, stem all turned up, and then I couldn't get any wheels. I chose the pewter head badge, which was the nicest but also the most expensive, and also you could choose to have a custom frame number. So I chose the number that I'd always wanted as a private car registration, which is A5T0N. Obviously I'm never going to be rich enough to buy that, so I had to settle with getting it stamped into my frame. So ordering the frame was pretty easy, and at the same time I ordered the S+M XLT pitchfork, extra light pitchfork, the seat clamp, a matching chainring, which is not on the bike at the moment. Got two. The sweet leaf stems, I don't know why I got two, but somewhere I clicked two stems, and that's one of the reasons why it got so expensive. So after I ordered the custom frame, brought the most expensive options, the fork, the chainring, the seat clamp, two stems, paid the shipping, shipped to the UK, paid 4.7% import duty, then another 20% VAT to HMRC because the Queen is struggling a bit, she needs a bit more money. The total price of the frame and part was $1,028.33 GBP, which does make me feel a little bit sick. So I've already spent over £1,000 on the frame, which is ridiculous. The next thing I decided to do was order custom titanium cranks and chainring. The reason I did it was I wanted to test if Alibaba worked. But yeah, ordered some cranks and chainring, 175mm cranks, drew a picture of the chainring on a napkin, sent them a photo, and they turned it into this guy, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, these are profile cranks, not titanium custom cranks that I've spent £500 on. They had the same spline system as profile, but it was just super loose, and yeah, basically the cranks rattled around the whole time. So I never used those, which was really expensive and disappointing and mildly depressing in some ways. But I got the chainring, which I designed myself. I say designed, I drew a picture of it and they turned it into a chainring. But that's a nice little touch. But the chainring alone was over £100. So the next most expensive part of the bike, wheels. I ordered these wheels from Faction, which is a UK based company and were the first guys to start making 22-inch bikes, or one of the first. I ordered these wheels, chrome rims, black hubs, then there's a 6-month wait to get them. And at this point, all the other bike companies, the BMX companies, were all launching their 22-inch bikes. Believe it or not, I bought a whole another BMX just to borrow wheels so I could ride this thing because I was so excited about riding it. So I spent £605 on a BF22 from Fit. I rode it a couple of times and then the Faction wheels arrived. So I had two 22-inch BMXs and these wheels cost £600 plus the tyres, plus the inner tubes. £670, £680 for the wheels and tyres. So yeah, that's already over £2,000 now. So to finish off the build, I went for Odyssey Adam Banton grips. They were £8. The slick cable, that's £3.50. I did have black third Regent bars for £40. Now they're chrome, which was £60. The original black ones kept slipping in the stem, so every time I landed a jump or cased a jump, which was more often, the bars would always move. So I ended up over tightening the bolts so tight that it crushed the bar. So then I bought another pair in chrome, which was £60, and they've been fine, they've never slipped. Then I had to buy a bottom bracket to go with the titanium cranks. So profile mid BB, £22. Eclat half link chain, £22. Third integrated headset, £17. The Pedaling Innovations pedals, they were £120. The seat and seat post, they were £40 or £50. And the last thing I had to buy for this bike, after the £500 tie cranks didn't work, I had to buy another set of profile cranks, which cost £152 for the arms and the axle. So yeah, overall, add all that up, that's over £3,000, £3,022. Crazy, absolutely crazy. There it is, over £3,000 for a BMX. The goal building this bike was I wanted to build my ultimate dream BMX that will keep for the rest of my life, and I had very specific specs and colours and things that I wanted. The first thing that really frustrated me, despite ordering a custom bike, I wanted a chrome finish to match my original 1991 chrome Holmes frame. I ordered the frame, there wasn't a chrome option. I emailed S+M twice. I did their online contact form asking for chrome, no reply, not a single reply from them. And it came in black, which was slightly disappointing. I much prefer chrome. But worse than that was, I ordered the frame in gloss black and the fork in black. There's no option for the fork, and it came in a different black to the main frame, which upsets me every time I pick the bike up. The other thing that upset me was you could choose a custom frame number. I thought it'd be on the bottom bracket, like most frame numbers are. But no, someone with a stamp and a hammer stamped the frame on the chainstay with my custom code that I asked for. And it's not as impressive as if it was engraved. And it's not even straight. I think I could have done a better job myself. Now, without just sounding like someone who moans continuously about everything, which is mostly true, but also the cable routing is not great on this. It's on the side of the top tube, so all the time while you're riding or trying to do tricks, you keep rubbing the cable. And now, on my lovely gloss black paint, which doesn't match the fork, it's all scuffed. The other thing I need to moan about is the rear tyre clearance, because it's so close to the frame here, and you can't even put the dropouts on the shortest possible mode without the tyre rubbing the frame, which again, major first world pedantic problem, but you should be able to use the full length of your dropouts. American made in the USA. There's a little stamp here that I didn't see before. I didn't even talk about how it rides. It's absolutely amazing. It's definitely the easiest BMX I've ever ridden. Super quiet, balanced, so much space on this bike. Really easy to ride, really stable in the air. Just because it's long and a bit slack and spacious, especially the big handlebar. And the big pedals are great when you case stuff again, rather than your shoe bending over a short pedal. Much more support there. Super smooth. Unbelievable how much smoother the 22-inch wheels are compared to the 20-inch. Makes a big difference. And I love having the V brake instead of a U brake. A disc brake would be nice. Yeah, easy, big, comfortable, especially for an old man with an old man's BMX back. So there you have it. Let me know in the comments if you agree that this is the world's most expensive BMX. Like and subscribe so you can find out in the next video how to win this BMX.